Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends from all over the world tuning in. My name is Liv, and today, after a long day of work, what could be better on this Wednesday evening than some Last Epoch and growing this little leech project we're having here. So, my friends, without further ado, let's rock. So I'm going to start with Brain of Dragons, level 85, monolith, level 74 character, but you know, let's see how this goes. So Jagged Outskirts, this is not an arena, right? If I click on it, Jagged Outskirts. So I guess it says if it's an arena, right? Forlorn Streets. Overworld, level 85. Okay, let's start. Now we're playing with the planned endgame build. And just checking my passives really quick here. Maybe something here in the Acolyte. Maybe Blood Pact. You deal increased damage, so maybe we'll try to lose some more health because the Lich does more damage as it loses health. So maybe we're going to play with the passives a little bit today or tomorrow. It's not very urgent, but yeah. Okay, so using the Soul Fist whenever you can, Death Seal whenever you can, and it's not on cooldown. So yeah, I guess this is it. Let's start now.
Wither before me.
Yeah, so just using Death Seal whenever we can. And maybe some, yeah, so we have increased armor if we're using Blood Pact, and this actually stacks pretty nicely, so yeah. What's important is to also have mana for it. Maybe a bit lower sound. Death Seal whenever we can. Let's also activate the well. Actually looking at the armor, so yeah, the armor stacks quite nicely when I'm using Death Seal. When I'm using Soul Fist, excuse me. We can just spam it whenever we can, and of course Death Seal whenever it's not on cooldown. It's not a very complicated playstyle. So we can get the armor up to maybe 39%, I think I've seen it, which isn't bad at all. By using Soul Feast. And now we get some experience rewards, which is also good. Yeah, it's very nice. Maybe let's lower the sound of the music so that he can actually hear me as well. Something like this maybe. And hopefully the mic is not on mute. Sometimes it happens, but not today. So yeah, I'm just looking for experience notes, to be honest. Modifiers don't really matter at this point. These are just normal difficulty monoliths, so It's all good. So we have to slay enemies to get to the gate. That's the only problem in this game. You can't go straight to the objective, can ya? I guess we don't care much about Blood Curse, to be honest. Bone Curse. Start getting used to spell names here. But I guess with a bit more cleverly distributed passive points, can deal even more damage, even with this gear. It would be nice to be able to zoom out a bit more as a Lich, I guess. Have a more clear overview of the battlefield, but it is what it is. Ours are necrotic resistance, so yeah, it's really good. I think because I'm using this belt with 67% necrotic resistance. Increase more regeneration, health, increase health. Yeah. I also have this belt with I have this 100% chance to cleanse all elements on potion use. I put it myself through crafting. Folk armor barbute, armor dexterity, intelligence, necrotic resistance. Yeah, it's not interesting for us. And we'll go here for the experience. When I switch to Reaper form, I cannot use Reap instantly to move faster. There's just a lot of gates. Close. And don't tell me it's all the way back there. Don't tell me that. Oh, okay. So I went the wrong way altogether. Out of mana, so yeah, I shouldn't spam Soul Feast anyway, because that's how I run out of mana. And yeah, let me just try something here. I'll be back in just 30 seconds. Ah, there we go. Give me that experience, and yeah, experience amounts to get higher and higher based on our level. So now maybe, yeah, let's just go in this direction. Maybe go for, I don't know, what's this? Rings? Set items. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go here for shards and then we'll go to the right side. And also check our stability maybe, because at some point we'll need to finish this monolith and go, I guess, higher to the level 91s. I don't even think I've unlocked all of them, because you don't need to. If you want to activate the empowered monoliths, you just need to do the last 3 monoliths for level 90. So which direction then? Seal the rift gate. Ah, this is the one. So staying in Reaper form is not a challenge anymore, it's pretty easy. But leveling, maybe not as spectacular as other classes for sorcerers, let's say. For sorcerer, each level you gain, you become more powerful when you feel it. Frost. Cold resistance, dodge rating. And whatever. What about this? Increased physical spell critical strike chance. Yeah, it's not very useful for me. But of course, we'll get the big drops when we get the empowered monoliths and actually get the, I don't know, to over 200 or ideally 300 corruption. Because raising the corruption also increases the item rarity.
Yes.
The drop chance for rare items, let's say. And the rarity itself of the items. So I have like 12% increased item rarity, and with 557 corruption, I was getting, with modifiers of course, between 400% and even 500% increased item rarity. I guess that improves the quality of the drops and not the drop rate of whatever the game considers rare items. Search for the temples center. Okay. I'll need some more stability for this monolith to actually complete it, but we're in no hurry because this is already a level 70, level 85 area, and we're only level 74. Not that level differences matter much in this game, but still. I was earlier at level 72 in this monolith, And I was in an arena and I could actually feel that it took very long to kill the mobs and finish the arena itself, so it wasn't very efficient for me. I went back to lower level monolith, level 81. Gained a couple more levels. Because you can see these level 85 mobs, especially in this story area, let's say, that you unlock with stability. We're not gonna die very fast. Not that we're going to put dents in me, but still. Okay, this is unlocked. Let's see here. What else? This one? Or something else? Level 19. Level 19, and I guess we'll just multiply these. So, multiplicative with other modifiers. Deals more damage. Grant sword. Plus less mana and can hit more targets. Let's add this. Let's add some more damage, because I think it's important. And also, spell damage is the main priority in the offensive department for the build. I would say spell damage or just necrotic damage. And preferably adaptive spell damage than just bare spell damage, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. And I can cleanse elements now by using a potion. Because I put 100% chance to cleanse all elements on potion use. I only had one shard of that, but it came in handy. And I can just disenchant this spell if I need to put it on another one. Well, I'm clicking, but nothing is happening. It's a bit annoying when I'm clicking on the portal and nothing happens. Oh, are these good for anything? I mean, why are they orange? Just because it has a tier 5 affix? Now my cold resistance is pretty bad. Unfortunately, physical resistance is pretty good, so I don't know. Also increasing armor. I like to increase movement speed, but 70% increased movement speed. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to spend time crafting on this. We can get better drops soon. So now we'll just move towards the upper right area of the monolith and get some more stability so we can actually finish it at some point. I also see that the next echo is an experience node. Trying to hit those experience nodes as much as possible. Chance to apply damned on hit. Bleed on physical spell hit. I don't know. It's not that important. I want to get damned on myself, and we'll get that with Marina's Lost Soul, I think it's called. It's a level 781. I actually have 2 of them, one even with 2 legendary potential. After I played with my sorcerer for so long, I've gotten all the rods in the world, except for the Ravenous Void, this force, as you may recall. But maybe we'll get them when multiplayer hits and everything resets. The stash characters we have. But we'll see when that will actually happen. So if you want to see the build I'm going for, I've saved a fresh version of my character yesterday evening, so you can just use the exclamation mark build command in the chat. It's basically a necrotic damage based lich. Death Seal, you'll see it in any lich build, I guess. Bone Curse and Soul Feast. So just as much AoE we can do using necrotic damage only. But then again, we also do some poison damage with the Aura of Decay. And also with a modifier for the Soul Fist in the skill tree, which poisons enemies. And yeah, depending on how many poison stacks I have, consumes poison stacks on a target, so it gives me some armor. It's not going to poison them by much because it will just put stacks on them to consume them afterwards. But yeah, we're just playing with the cards we're dealt, right? So we're just playing with the actual class. And I thought about leveling up a Lich until multiplayer hits, just because I think the Lich is pretty specific to last epoch and not necessarily a class archetype you find in other ARPGs. Increased Aura of Decay area is interesting, but unfortunately we don't use minions. So then it's useless for us pretty much. Let's get some experience, soon to be level 75. So the next one is experience. And I should stop right-clicking nodes and actually left-clicking on them first. See which area we're going to get into, and also to see if it's an arena or not. It doesn't matter too much at this low difficulty level, let's say, but it's good practice because I never did it, even when I was doing 550 corruption monoliths, and sometimes you just end up in an arena being unprepared, let's say. So, Soul Spires, what kind of damage do these do? Necrotic, okay. And whenever we use Soul Feast, we should get armor. So you see, it jumps all over the place, but we can even get to 62% armor. So, and Soul Feast normally only affects cursed enemies, but we have a modifier in the Soul Feast tree, so that we don't need to curse enemies anymore, but then the damage is only done in a cone area in front of us. You know what? Actually, I'd like to recolor idols as well, because this isn't useful for me. Increased health and elemental resistance. Maybe. So I want the loot filter to just show me the idols I'm looking for, because right now it's kind of all over the place, you know. Anyway, So maybe yeah, let's put in slow, so whenever we curse the enemies, we'll get slowed for longer. Let's go for the soul spires, because this is not the best place to configure our loot filter when we have spires shooting at us. So the Lich is pretty easy to play at endgame. It's a bit more difficult to level maybe, which I guess applies to all Acolyte classes. We'll have to see the Warlock when it hits, but also with the Necromancer. With the Necromancer, the minions die all the time at first, until, you know, you put some more points and you level up a bit. And what I would say about the Lich is that the mid-game, while leveling, is pretty much underwhelming, so you don't really feel the class becoming powerful in a linear fashion, let's say. So you feel a bit powerful at the beginning and at the end game, of course, but when leveling, let's just say it's a bit underwhelming. At least I wasn't really getting the hang of it. So yeah, but it's worth it to go for the mid game and get to the end game with this class. So let's actually see. When it comes to the idols, if F for loot filter, and let's say ornate bone idol. No, I actually, you know what I want? I want grand bone idol. Yeah, grand bone idol with 2 affixes. So let's see, grand bone idol, and the affixes selected are poison while at low health. Chance to apply damned on a hit. So chance to apply damned on a hit. Okay. So we're going to recolor these with something else. Select colors. I don't know, this blue one, this red one, maybe this red one. Let's see. Update. Okay. So applying damned on hit. I'm not sure what damned is. Last epoch damned. Last epoch elements. Deals necrotic damage over time and reduces self-regeneration. Okay. It's basically what we'll get with Marino's Last Soul as well. Let me just show you in the stash. You are damned when you cast a spell. And also 10% reduced health. But increases necrotic damage, increased spell damage, 111%, increased cast speed. Increased effect of possess, inflicted by hungering souls, but we don't use hungering souls. So it's, you know, so-so. But yeah, 2 legendary potential right here, so not sure if we'll get to level... I think we need to level tier 4 Jura to actually turn this into a legendary. I don't think level tier 3 Jura is enough, because tier 3 Jura is for items until level 75, is it? Or 70? So yeah, we'll have to see if we can actually do tier 4 Jura with this class. But then again, if we multiplayer hits, then forget about it. We'll just we'll just start over. And maybe not as a Lich, maybe as a Necromancer. Who knows? I doubt they'll release the missing masteries in 0.9. But they did promise that they will release the missing masteries when or until 1.0 hits. Because of course I'd like to try the Warlock as well. And maybe the Rune Master for the Mage. Maybe that's interesting. Commander, increased minion damage. We don't care about minions. Of course, we can just set up the loot filter to not show us any items containing minion affixes, but it's not that important. I think the loot filter is pretty strict as it is, so it's good enough. And if you're not sure which build to play and you're just trying a build, or you want to generate the loot filter very quickly, Last Epoch Tools has a loot filter generator based on the items the paper character has in the simulator, in the planner. So if you don't know how to use that or interested, I'll show you, so just let me know. But it's quite easy to use. So you basically gear up your character, or you know, just find a build or something like that. And most of them come with a loot filter already, because it's just easy to generate it by the press of a button. So based on the gear the character has on them, let's say most of the gear has you know, increased spell damage or increased necrotic damage. And the loot filter will be automatically generated based on that, so it will show up items with those affixes on them, let's say. Increase damage while transformed. Yeah, sure. Don't mind if I do. Because we're always transformed, yeah, in the Reaper form. It's not that bad. And we would like to get the idols that apply damned to mobs when hit, which deals necrotic damage over time and reduces their health regeneration as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. A gold ring. And off frost is not about frost damage, it's actually about cold resistance. So let's see if it has any nice stats for us. Basic cold resistance because it's off frost ring, but increased minion health, that doesn't bring us anything, so yeah. Oh yeah, and we had this idol. Increased damage while transformed, 43% actually, so we should find some room for it somewhere. Chance to poison on hit, 6% less damage over time taken. Now, I don't know, honestly. Void resistance, void resistance, void resistance. Maybe I'll just replace this one, because chance to poison on hit, I don't know if that's important. But then again, we have this skill here. Continuous poison stacks on the target, granting increased armor and additional poison resistance. So actually, I might keep it. We have more physical resistance than void, so we'll keep this row. Increased healing effectiveness. Healing effectiveness is pretty important. Let's just put this one aside. Play some Tetris here. Physical resistance, increase healing effectiveness. I kind of like healing effectiveness, to be honest. So because we get healed when using the death seal and getting out of the death seal. So also when we use Reap, while in Reaper form. So I wouldn't say no to healing effectiveness idols. Now we only have 22% void resistance. And we should focus more on elemental resistance altogether instead of just singular fire, lightning or cold resistances. But we still have room to get away with it. But this one needs 4. So this is actually a grand ornate bone idol. Well, in that case, yeah, I guess we could just get rid of this one and okay, and we can put one back for the void resistance, and we're back at 40% void resistance. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's see if we have any idols with elemental resistance actually, like a small idol, because we have one slot. We here. Elemental. Nah, we need something bigger. Physical resistance, physical resistance. So we don't have any small idols with elemental. Maybe something with cold resistance. Only bigger ones. Lightning? With lightning we do have some. Ward retention, ward on potion use, lightning damage. Now we need lightning resistance, ward retention and lightning resistance. Armor, yeah sure. Let's get this one of armor. Okay. That's that. Let's carry on. So you see, wherever we go, we just get the Orobis nodes, and I don't know. I guess we can just fight one Orobis, and we'll also get some more stability. I guess we can do the second stage for the monolith afterwards. Sure. Fighting Orobis at this stage is fun. It's not like fighting Orobis at 500 corruption, that's just insane. That's the fire one, and let's see which void abilities he has. Easy ones. Because I have 5 types of Orobis. Fire, poison, blood, lightning and frost. But each one of them has also random void abilities. It's 1, 2, 3. One is throwing the boulder at me, one is these things just following me, and then it's the time continuum split or whatever. So these are easy abilities. But at this stage it doesn't even matter, guys, because especially with Lich, I mean, I'm not even getting out of Reaper form. So yeah. Meaning he doesn't do enough damage even to get me out of the Reaper form, so it's all good. And hopefully we actually do more damage now while transformed, because we went for all that hassle to rearrange the idols to get that idol in. That increases our damage while transformed. It doesn't even matter. I don't even have to run away. It's easy, it just takes a while to get him down because my damage isn't, you know, up to snuff. It's only normal. We get to level 75 soon. And maybe also rearrange the passives as well. So let's see now. We got this ring before. What is Doom again? I don't know what Doom is. Well, let's see. Last epoch, Doom element. Deals void damage over time and increases melee damage taken. Maybe for a Void Knight or something like that, but for us, it doesn't bring us much, right, guys? So yeah, let's do one more echo, get to level 75, and maybe then we'll respec some of the passives. Undead enemies have 25%. 100% increased critical strike chance. What is my critical strike avoidance right now? My critical strike avoidance is a big fat 20%. This is one of the priorities when we're talking about defensive guys. Get this closer to 100%. Because later on in the game, this will hurt. This will literally hurt. So let's just go to this one then. 25% increased damage and health, but at least only for undead enemies. Instead of 100% increased critical strike chance for all enemies, right? Bone spires. What kind of damage do bone spires do? Also necrotic or something else? Does anyone know? Guess we'll find out soon enough. It's okay, soul spires do necrotic damage. And I do guess this this monolith, Reign of Dragons, you fight the Emperor of Corpses at the end of it, right? So it's more undead related, let's say. Level 75. Okay. So after this echo, maybe we'll spend some time to respec the passives a little. Yeah, so they are working on making the, let's say, the fight feel more responsive, because I'm just casting this bone curse thing, and I feel like nothing happens. I'm just like these are cardboard figurines. The mobs are just cardboard figurines. It's hard to improve the combat feel, but hopefully they'll make it more responsive. It's one of the reasons I'm not playing any melee characters right now, because they really feel like cardboard figurines, and I'm really sorry because some of them are cool. They are cool looking, they're promising, but melee fighting in this game is just not responsive at all. And I just feel like I'm hitting cardboard figures. So maybe it's just me, maybe I'm wrong, but it's important to play something that is fun for you in this game, and not just go for this build and that build just because some guy on the internet told you so. I guess you have to try it for yourselves. So. Let me know what you think. Because I like to play a Javelin Paladin, I like to play a Hammerdin, I like to play a Void Knight, I like to play a Forge Guard, I like to play a lot of classes that are melee based. Maybe only the Blade Dancer is quite fun, but then again playing the Blade Dancer can be a bit difficult, and I tried to play a Blade Dancer, but I just couldn't get the hang of the shadows mechanic, because you summon some shadows that mimic your next skill, but only once, and then they disappear. And you spend all that time to summon those shadows, position them correctly, and then I was using a disc throwing ability. I don't remember what it's called. So they would throw like 6 shadows would throw that same disc at the same time, but then they would disappear, and then I would have to start all over again, and it just wasn't fun. I don't see it. Oh, it's here. Just because of the sand, I couldn't see it on the map. Okay, so let's get out of here and try to respect some of those passives, because I think I've done some big boo-boos with them. So actually, I want to go to, I don't know, I just know that one of the respect ones are in the council chambers, so we can just go here. And we can respect some of the passives with gold. It's not as easy, of course, to respect skills all of the time, because then you have to level them up. But at higher levels, it's quite easy. For example, I've respect, I think yesterday, I've exchanged the summon skeletons with Soul Feast and Hungering Souls with Bone Curse. And it only took me like yesterday evening a couple of hours to level them up. Maximum level is 20 for the skills. So let's see. Actually have my planner here as well, just to make sure I'm doing the right thing here. So let's see. I'd actually like to put some points into the Acolyte as well. So this is going to take just a little bit, say, but I think it's worth it. So first out the Acolyte passives. So we would like increase damage but lose a percentage of your maximum health each second if you have killed an enemy. Okay. So we get health drained, but that is actually good for a Lich, because the lower the health of a Lich in Reaper form, the more damage it does. So in order to do this, yeah, Forbidden Knowledge, Intelligence, and Necrotic Resistance. Maybe not that important for us right now. But yeah, increased minion health and vitality, I don't even know, because I think I should put less points here. Dance with Death, so yeah, maybe oh, I see. So I cannot respect just yet, just because I need, of course, then I would have 19 points in Acolyte, and then I couldn't spec to Lich, because you need 20 points in Acolyte. So maybe let's just, I don't know, drain some points from here, then put 2 points here. Yeah, actually I have to, then we put 2 points here, and then we talk to the lady again and we respect 2 points. Okay, and then we put 2 points here. And then let's see for the Lich, because right now I think it's okay like this. It's okay like this. I need to maybe respect one more point. Ah, damn it.
Greetings.
Respecialize, respect, cancel. Respect. Let's put it here. So intelligence, what does intelligence do? Intelligence Grants word retention. Is there anything else? Health regen, but minion health regen not very important. Revenant. A melee minion. Yeah, we're not going for minions. Minions. Word gain. Whenever nearby enemy, you have a 10% chance to gain word. It's kind of gimmicky. Poison nearby enemies on kill. That would be nice, but it's the acolyte free, so we're not going to spend too much time here. I'll just put some points here maybe, and 2 points here. Necrotic resistance and intelligence. I don't even know. Armor, minion armor. I guess we're going to keep some of the points right now and turn out to the leech tree and see what we can do here. Do you guys? Hopefully that's not too boring for you. But yeah, it's an integral part of the game, so basically. Increase necrotic damage, let's just do this. And what else? 3 plagues is increased, and unclosing wounds. Crippling insight, also intelligence, and reduced health regeneration. Yeah, so intelligence basically increases our ward retention. Could be better, could be worse, right? What else? What else? What else? Soul Maw. Mind over body. Yeah, so just going for intelligence whenever you can. You can also use this here. This search. Field. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good as it is right now. Of course, we're not level 100 yet, but we'll get there. So let's get back to our monoliths now, guys. Yes, we're still going for Reign of Dragons. That's okay. And we're going for the experience nodes. Level up some more. All right. Chapter Hazelorith. I think I've seen this 1,000 times already. Also shows on the map, legendary drop. How's our lightning resistance? Not too good. But it seems to be raising, so I don't know. It must be a skill tree. A skill tree thing. I don't even remember because I've started this character like 3 months ago, and then I didn't play for 2 months. So I only started streaming again this Monday. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure to follow and also check out the schedule in the about section of the channel. Lots of gates to seal. I'd like to see some other types of objectives, but then again, they're not all that varied, so they don't vary too much. Like spires, sealing gates, killing a boss, and did I miss anything? What else? Arenas, dodge rating, critical strike chance. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, even if it has dodge rating, but it has lightning resistance, which I kinda need, increased critical strike chance, which I kinda need. I don't know. Let's actually check our spell critical strike chance as it is right now, because I think this is going to be the next direction here. So you see that bringer increased critical strike chance. Yeah. So basically damage, spell critical strike chance 12%. Wow. And if I change this, 1% more. What am I losing? 18% health, 18 health gained on block. But then again, block effectiveness, I mean, do I care about this? And this potential is also 0, so let's see, maybe we can do something here. Dodge rating is shit, I know. I don't need dodge. It's dodge chance, yeah? Dodge rating. Where's our dodge? Where's our dodge here? Dodge. Yeah, so basically dodge rating does nothing for us. And this 18 health gain of luck is kind of nice. Also increasing our armor and endurance and block effectiveness, but I don't know what to say. I wouldn't put a Glyph of Despair on this one. It's just a waste of Glyphs of Despair, and these are rare drops. Glyph of Despair just locks an affix, it puts it here, and it frees up the slot for you to put something else on it. What about the prefixes? What kind of prefixes do we have here? Necrotic damage, of course, would be my choice. Spell critical strike chance also. Spell damage altogether. Spell damage or necrotic damage. Let's try a spell damage. Okay. And regarding the resistances, we'll just YOLO it. Maybe we get elemental resistance or maybe we don't. It's not that important at this stage. Non-avoidance. Void resistance, sure, why not? Void resistance is okay. And because it's an exalted item, so a purple item, you also have a lot of forging potential, so that's pretty good. Critical strike chance, spell damage, and void resistance. Level 77 to forge. Okay, okay. No problemo. So let's see actually how our damage changes here. Spell critical strike chance 12%. Increase spell damage 340%. Increase melee damage. Increase spell damage. Increase necrotic damage. So let's see now. Yeah, so we increase our spell damage by 50%. Even more. 56%. What else? Necrotic damage stayed the same. And spell critical strike chance by 2%. I think it's a good trade. We'll just disenchant this one. Or whatever, shatter it. Each game needs to use its own terminology, so whatever. Okay. Looks good. Dragon Song. I always like to pick up Dragon Song. It's a nice bow. And I actually think I have, I actually have here a stash just for bows. Because I'd like to play a marksman at some point. I think it's called marksman, yeah? The bow using rogue mastery. Yeah, so Reign of Dragons is the one with the Emperor of Corpses, which is actually an undead dragon. So lots of undead enemies in this. Undead enemies have 25% increased damage and health. Oh well, just our luck. I guess the bone curse is just for bosses and such. Because the rest of the time we're just running around, putting death seal up whenever it's not on cooldown. And just using Soul Feast to gain some extra armor. Oh, Spy Master Zerek, which takes ages to kill. Fortunately, we can use potions to cleanse poison or whatever it is. Damned necrotic damage. Okay, well, my necrotic resistance is through the roof, so no problem. And this guy like screams. That's such a horrible scream when it dies. So we're done, right? Done. Goodbye. Some more experience, and at some point we should have enough stability to actually do yeah, well, we're doing the second stage, but I'd like to get some more stability, hopefully until today's stream ends, to actually get to kill the boss as well. It's too late. Lost the Reaper form. Oh, it's all good. Bone Curse. When it comes to combat feel, when I'm applying Bone Curse, I just don't feel anything. So it's just some red circle. That would be nice to have it a bit improved. So that, I don't know, the mobs would recoil or something, or just I could see some big icons over them to know that they're actually cursed. But I think we're working on that. I've seen in the preview, in the developer update, that we're going to put some big icons over mobs, depending on which debuffs they have, or ailments as they call them in this game. So if I have a dot burning damage or something like that, I just have a flame above their head and all that. So I think that's pretty easy to implement. So chance to shotgun hit, no thank you. So we're done here. Destroy the eggs. Okay. That was easy. But we still have the Emperor of Corpses, which is, I think, one of my favorite fights in the game. That and the Ice God guy, which I forgot his name because I didn't play in a while. It's also a pretty nice fight. Because in an alternate timeline, that Ice God guy is like bad. You have to fight him. In the timeline of the actual game, guy is good. Of course, they can always come up with ideas like that. One other concern might be the dungeons. To be honest, the only dungeon I ever did was the one with Jurura, Temple of Sanctum, just because you can craft legendary items there. But I had no interest in the other two dungeons, Soulfire Bastion and the other one. Even though I have like 2 or 3 stashes full of keys. But then again, I was playing my sorcerer and I was trying to get the Ravenous Void. Killed Elder Gaspar in the last ruin for, I don't know, 110 times, and then I just gave up. I know I didn't get them yet. But now it's kind of late, because when multiplayer hits, we'll start from 0 anyway, so all my nice, you know, my entire stash full of legendaries and exalted items will be empty again. So there's no point in farming Ravenous Void anymore until multiplayer hits, of course. Then who knows? We'll start from scratch. Static orb lightning sorcerer. Killing other Gaspar for 150 times. No. It was too late to... And Death Shield was on cooldown, so... I'm out of Reperform for now. Of course, the cooldown for Reperform is kind of big, so you don't want to get out of Reperform while in an echo. But at this stage, it's just training because these are easy compared to 300 corruption, 400 corruption, 500 corruption monoliths. Okay, so what do we have to do here? Kill a boss. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, here. Gonna see. Yeah, goodbye. Hope I get some more experience notes, cause... thank you, that filter. Helping us filter for unnecessary crap. So, just moving ahead. Wow, we actually have 4 corruption because we killed all of this once. Yeah. Normal echoes, they start at 0 corruption and you can raise the corruption up to 50, but it's not worth it. And in powered monoliths, start at 100, I think. Corruption, and you can just raise it indefinitely. The farthest I went to was like 557. And I only did that crazy thing to increase the item rarity. Because I was farming the Revenant's Void, as I was telling you, and yeah. Increasing the item rarity was supposed to have the Revenant's Void drop, but after 110 other Gaspar kills, the boss in Last Ruin monolith, nothing happened, so I never got him. Even though the Ravenous Void is like the rarest item in the game. Or so I'm told. So maybe when multiplayer hits, huh? We'll get it eventually. And I'm actually wondering when 1.0 hits if we'll get a full character wipe or not. I guess not, because I suppose that 1.0 will hit with the first season as well. Or as they call it in this game, cycles, but I just call them seasons because it's kind of silly. It's just every game just names things differently. Some reason, just make it unique some other way. All these games just copy Diablo, so you know you don't need to sound unique by just changing the terminology of the game. It's safe to call them seasons, so no problem. Patrolling Gold Elemental. Okay. Maybe I should check objectives every once in a while. Instead of running around like the headless chicken. This is the one, right? The Gold Elemental. Well, come here. Come here. Come here. I won't bite. I'll make it quick. Shh. It will all be over soon. It will all be over soon. Stop fighting. Stop fighting the inevitable, Mr. Anderson. Come on. So we're done, yeah? We're done. Bye. Next one. Do we see any experience notes here? We don't, do we? Well, we'll just keep on keeping on. Alpine Halls, is this an arena? I guess not, because it does say when it's an arena, right? Just a second, my friends. Well, we need some mods and revamp soon. There we go. I don't know why my impression of the sorcerer was that this Alpine Halls map template always had the most difficult mobs. But it does seem like it does, because it's full of Wengari ride leaders and all that crap. And not the easiest mobs all around. What's next? Yeah, of course I cannot just jump down. Stun chance. This is a dead end. Great. Yeah. Wonderful. So which direction now? So no way to go here. Of course, the mobs hit pretty hard here, so yeah, it's actually one of the map templates with more maybe difficult mobs, or maybe it's the layout itself, I don't know. What is it? Aspire, okay. On a catalyst, anywhere set, fire damage. I don't care about fire damage. Oh, so we actually have a boss too. Ah, okay. Why not? Hammer of Hunger, physical damage, nah. Okay guys, so for today, as I'm just warming up again, it's enough, the shorter streams during the week, but on Friday and Saturday evenings, Central Europe time, we do longer streams. But now I think that's enough, just leveling up slowly but surely. And also thank you for joining. If you're the first time here, remember to follow. I stream almost every day. I'll see you tomorrow, and thank you guys for watching. Take care out there. See you soon.